control as well. Hello, how are you? Good afternoon. My name is Karun Asman. I am here from University of Waterloo and here to do presentation for you virtually. I know that there's a lot of students sitting here and I would like to get started about 2 minutes and we will get started right away. I'm wanting a couple of things to happen, and those would be for you to sort of in the chat box, if you can put down the programs that you all are wanting. That gives me a little bit of a, I guess, clarity as to where I need to put the stress point on. So if you can do that, that would be amazing. I have my colleague here also from Windsor, University of Windsor.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. It's nice to meet you.
So I will present first and then she will present as well. So thank you for joining the session. There's already 17 people on in the room. I'm going to start with University of Waterloo and what is it known for and why go to University of Waterloo. I know that reputations mean a lot to you. So for that reason, I want to start with University of Waterloo programs. And before I do that, I'm going to do one of the claim to fame thing that we give you called Cooperative Education, which is integrating work and study programs together. It has 3 main advantages. 1, that you get experience. Number 2, exposure to your own discipline and your industry. And number 3, which parents love me for, is earnings. So remember that between $50,000 to $100,000 plus you will make depending on the program, and that's your working scholarship. Now, I'm going to just show a little video, and please somebody let me know if they are able to see that. I had some questions this morning. We have almost 7,200 employers. We post the jobs in a job mine. You select the jobs and then you will be interviewed and you may be successful and get the job. We have 4 to 6 work terms, which means that university has various different work terms. If you are going to engineering, you have 6 mandatory work terms. If you're going to environment and business is 4 mandatory, accounting and finance is 4 mandatory, biotechnology has 6, math department, which is elective, you can have up to 6 work terms. But arts faculty, etc., we have 5 work terms. So what happened in the term that you're not working, you can work just independently and get the job anywhere in the community. So here's a video for you to watch.
I've always wanted to work for Microsoft. It's a brand that I grew up with, and I understand that in any workplace that I'm working at, I'm going to be using Microsoft products. I've been able to have 5
Just look at the chat box for just a moment. I'm going to explain this a little bit more. Oh, I got accounting and finance, software engineering, etc. So this is how it is. Study, study, work, study, study, work, work, study, work, study, work, study, work, study. That's a sequence for 6 work terms, a sample. In this sample, you notice that you have 6 work terms. Now I want to explain something to you, and this is for if parents are also listening, very important. So you only pay fees for 1A and 1B, 2A and 2B, 3A and 3B, 4A and 4B. So parents get very concerned that, oh my God, that's 8 plus 6 is 14 times you have to pay fees, but you don't. You only have to pay fees for 8 times. So each S converts to one of these. So first S is 1A, second S is 1B, then 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, 4A. During the work term, there's a slight administrative fee, which is calculated as part of your fees, and you don't have anything to pay. You take that money, you put it in your bank account, it is your money. The reason this is so important is because of experience, as I said to you, and also, experience, exposure to industry, and to your discipline as well. Imagine that you're wanting to do computer science and you don't know which part of computer science you like. So this will help you to determine what part of the program you like, and then, of course, earning. If I was to override all of this, is employability. Your chances of being employed increases with this thing. Okay, become more employable. That is why we have a lot of students who are applying. The grade point averages now have to be absolutely high. So let's just go back to the presentation and just look at one other thing, what programs we have. We're going to look at programs. We have 6 faculties. So you will say to me, if I look at your rankings, madam, you will be sitting at 144 for QS, whereas Alberta is sitting around 95, and McGill, Toronto, McMaster under 50. How come you are at 144? Because we are a very small university in terms of our faculties. We don't have medicine, we don't have programs in education, physiotherapy, law, none of that, which gives you additional points. So our Faculty of Arts, let's just look at the programs. We have so many programs, and guess what? Little surprise for you. Don't require mathematics in majority of them. You can do double major and a minor. Accounting and financial management, computing and financial management, sustainability and financial management, you require math. But if you were doing psychology, you could do a second minor, or sorry, second major in another one of these things. So you can do business and political science. You can do business and economics, honors arts and business. You can do business and legal studies if you want to in future become a lawyer. So it's one of our flagship program. Math not required in most of those programs. Faculty of Engineering is the largest in Canada, and it has 2 architecture programs. One is architectural engineering, which will require math, physics, and chemistry. Architecture would require math and physics, no chemistry, but a portfolio which should be ready now if you're applying for 2023. Hardest programs to get into, and I'll give this to you so that you know that marks will matter here. It's called biomedical engineering, software engineering, computer engineering, mechanical, and mechatronics. Those will be the hardest because the competition is very keen in there, but that doesn't mean the other ones are cakewalk. So you have to have good grades. I'll explain that to you in just a moment. Faculty of Environment has a lot of choices for you. There's some courses like planning, etc., that don't require math. Geomatics is a fantastic program if you really like computer science but can't get into it because you're sitting in the 85 range. In that case, you will be coming here. 1/3 of the course is computer science, and then the other is GIS system, drones, etc. Climate and environment change is a very big program right now. Environment and business is mandatory co-op. So one thing I want to say is that even if co-op is not your desire at this moment, please apply for it because getting it afterwards is very, very difficult. One second, it's very hot in here. Can you tell her? Okay, Faculty of Health is available here for you if you want to be a doctor. Lots of students who want to do medical sciences. Let me show you this program. And I want you to look at this, view this little video.
My name is Lavanya, and I'm a recent graduate of Honors Health Studies at the University of Waterloo, and I'm currently studying medical school. For me, I developed an interest in going into medicine when I was about 16 years old in high school. My father wasn't feeling too well, and I became more of a primary caregiver for my father. And I was really inspired by the compassionate care that all the doctors really provided. I specifically chose Waterloo Health Studies because of the multidisciplinary nature of the program. Health studies really encompasses so much in a broad range from the level of the cell to all the way to the population level of health. One of the big things that I really liked about the professors is that they are very approachable. The professors always have an open door policy where you can just go in, ask them questions, and even talk about any concerns you have outside of the course as well. If I was to give advice to high school students, I would tell them to choose a program that they're truly interested in and that can give them those opportunities to really make a difference and to really make them feel happy for the next 4 to 5 years.
Then the next faculty for us is Faculty of Mathematics, and where we house the computer science program. The hardest program to get in is a computer science program. I recommend students to take this very seriously. We have a double degree with Laurier, where you can do an BBA plus a computer science degree. That if you are applying for this, please make sure that you apply to 2 or 3 programs, apply to math and data science combination as well. So having said that, remember these are only standalone faculty of mathematics in North America. It really does give you a lot of choices. So having said that, if your heart is set on doing chartered accountancy, we do have that, financial analysis and risk management. And I will give you some truth in this, that for computer science, you are looking in double degree, you're looking at marks if you're doing A levels, A stars, and if you're doing CBSE, I'm looking at 95% or better. IB, I'm looking at 37 to 39 out of 42. If you're doing American system, definitely in the upper 90s. So please remember, courses and the marks are very important. If you go into the math program and you just want to study math first year, and so remember this is what's going to happen. And I want to show you something here very interesting, and please make a note of that you will go into the math faculty and it will give you the following choices. You'll get into a math program, and the first year of all the programs listed here is the same. And then second year, you have one of these courses that you will go into. That will be your choice. And many students who are sitting at 92 or 2 A stars in an A will take this approach of getting to Data Science, making it almost certain to get in. Okay, so the next faculty is the Faculty of Science, and the Faculty of Science also has aviation as the environment had Faculty of Aviation. In Faculty of Science, we have a couple of programs that are very, very, very in demand. Physics and Astronomy, we are number 2 in Canada with U of T, like it's a great program. You also have biotechnology. You also have medicinal chemistry if you want to drug design. If you want to go into optometry and pharmacy, optometry, you will do 3 years of general honor sciences, and then optometry and pharmacy, 2 years of general sciences and 4 years of pharmacy. So remember that these are very competitive programs, but we do not restrict international students to join us. Now, if you can just check, look at the chat box one more time. To apply, www.ouac.on.ca. You will get an OUAC ID, and in this ID, you're going to develop a relationship with Ontario Undergraduate Application. They will let us know, and we will give you your Waterloo ID. And in this ID, you're going to get an account called Quest. And in there, you're going to get a form called AIF, Application Information Form. So let me just show you what that is. It's very important for you to fully understand that part of it, because marks are one criteria, but this is just as important as the marks. So I'd like you to listen to Mr. Andre Chardin, who is the Associate Registrar, and he is going to explain to you the importance of admission information form. Please know that nobody else but you, because it's a personal statement from you, should fill this out, not your agency. You fill it out and they can edit it. Whatever you've done from grade 10 to present day, you should make resume, and it's bragging rights. It's your rights to tell about yourself.
The admission information form, or AIF, is an important part of your application at Waterloo. It's different from a stereotypical admission essay. For example, we ask you to quantify your extracurricular activities. Let's say you play tennis. How many hours a week do you practice and play? How long have you played for, and at what level? Maybe you had a part-time job. When and where did you work? What was your job? And were you good at it? Well-rounded students are generally more successful, so we want to see if you can juggle other priorities while earning good grades. Basically, we're looking for students who are engaged and involved in the world around them. Good grades are important, but we're recruiting more than just grades. We're recruiting you. Some faculties and schools require the AIF and ask for additional details. For others, it's recommended. It may also be used for things like faculty scholarship decisions. The bottom line is the AIF can only improve your chances for admission to Waterloo. So, to learn more, check out the web links below or search for AIF on uwaterloo.ca. We're looking forward to reading about you.
Okay, so remember that we are going to go back to the chat box again. So you're going to get your AIF, you have to complete that, you got your ID, you got a Quest account, you set it up, you got an AIF. Now what you have to do is upload your grades. And we're looking at grade 10 and 11 or O levels. Okay. For O levels, I will be using 3 O levels, or admission will be using 3 O levels, and then predicted grade 12s. IB, CBSE, All India Board, everything, and predicted 3 A levels. So there is your admission. Admissions come out rolling for environment, arts, health, and science, whereas math faculty and the engineering faculty admissions come in April and May. You calling Intelligent Partners every day is never going to help you. That's how the timelines are. And we do block admissions there, which means that we read every application and determine admissibility, and the competition begins at that. Now for tuition fee and things, let me just show you, and scholarship, because that's going to be one of the questions that you ask. So to go that, let's go to finances. I'm going to leave the screen on for a little bit for you to look at it. This is this year's fee. So it will definitely increase by at least 5% next year, okay? Okay, now let me just show you one very important thing. I'll come back to the scholarship part, but look at how you make your budget. So it's giving us a little bit of problem, which will include your residence, meal plan, and everything, but new window, let's just do that. Maybe it will work. Okay, perfect. So I'm an international student, and I have a student who said that they want to do software engineering. I will do their budget for them. Actually, one person somebody said accounting and finance also. Management, let's do that one. Okay. Financial, this, by the way, this program does increase second year quite substantially. This is a last year's money because it hasn't been reset. So I will pick a residence for you, double room, your meal plan, casual, and your total is 58,384. Next year, the accounting and finance goes up, but if you've got some scholarship, and let's say that your marks are in the 95%, the president will give you some money, then you have to pay the reduced amount. And let's say that you got other scholarship of $5,000. I'm just doing this as an example for you. So you will pay 51,000. So this is a tool that's given to you, and you can work on that, having that. So just remember that when we look at scholarships in University of Waterloo, they are available. We give, because we are a scholar university, which means we have mostly scholars. There's a President Scholarship, and then there's an International Student Interest Scholarship. And in your view book that I will show you where it is, all the President Scholarship, including the 10,000, is listed in there for you. Okay. Now we also have Department Scholarship. So if you go down this way, this road, you will get faculty and department scholarship listed. Let's do mathematics for a change. Okay. Now see what is happening in mathematics, because you are academic performance, admission information form, and your performance in the Euclid test, which will be written next April. Very important to have that. And they give various amount of scholarship. to students coming from the region. So please make sure that you read about this on your own. And it's important for us to know that we are not a big scholarship person or people. We give you scholarship, but very limited amount. But what is your biggest scholarship is the working scholarship from co-op. Okay, so that covers that aspect of it, the budgets, etc. Now, if you go below here and you want to get the your view book that I'm going to show you, this view book, you can get it. Go to the International Students Admission. Okay. Admission brochures, click there. So all the brochures are there. You can actually download one, and you can also print one, and also you can order one. Okay, and you can also order subject-specific brochures if you're wanting to have some. So ranking and reputation, the last but not least information, and then I will tell you that the application will open on September 19th and continue till January 31st the following year. Number one most innovative university for years, like coming on 30 years. Canada's highest for quality. Number 3, then we go here. Number 2 in Canada for connecting students with employers. Great thing. This is QS ranking, and our first between Toronto and ourselves, we fight for that position. Second in Canada for physics. Please remember that if you're doing physics and astronomy and geography, and number 1 for graduate employment, number 1 comprehensive research university for the last 14 years, and number 1 in Canada for hands-on experiential learning. So you have all this information. I don't have any of it because you're not sitting in front of me. If you don't have good grades, going here is not going to be a big thing. I'm going to have my friend present on Windsor for 10-15 minutes. We'll open for Q&A. Let's stop sharing. Here we go.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'll just quickly share my screen with what we have in terms of programs and how to find the tuition fees, etc. It's a simple website again. It's future.uwindsor.ca. Firstly, my name is Neema Reshamwala, and I'm the student recruiter based in the Middle East. So if you all have any queries, concerns, application information, if you all need brochures, or if you all would also like to meet me in person, I'll be happy to do that as well. Moving on, this is what the website looks like. And once you're here, you can view all your programs. We have 9 different faculties, and Windsor is known as the southernmost city in Canada, and we call ourselves as the Canadian California. So definitely you can expect warm weather, warmer compared to other cities. But again, you get a chance to wear your jackets, and you also get a chance to wear shorts across campus. So we're looking at the various programs that we have. We are number 13 amongst the comprehensive universities, and right from undergraduate programs to masters, right up to PhD. So a lot of options for you to pick and choose. So on the website itself, you can select undergraduate, graduate, depending on what you're looking at applying for. If I'm selecting undergraduate, you can always choose faculty-wise. So depending on what program you're looking at, there are multiple faculties, and each faculty has various program requirements, subject requirements, etc. For instance, if I were to go into biomedical sciences, this comes under health sciences. So in case if you're looking at medicine, pharmaceutical, etc., this would be your go-to program. And if you just go below, you can view all the admission requirements for each program in the similar manner. So right here in front of you, what you see is biochemistry, and biomedical sciences. And again, for both of this, it is available in honors and thesis. So each program will be clearly mentioned as what is available. And at the same time, if I was to show you computer science, so we also have the co-op component, which is mainly your cooperative education, where you have 3 semesters of internship whilst you are studying. So you get an opportunity to work and intern with 3 different employers. It could be 2 employers, or it could be 1 single employer if he really likes your job and your work or your project. So here again, what you see is, just 1 second. What you see is the computer science program. And here on the website itself, you can view the various sample courses that we have that you will be studying during your 4 years course, and the career track. So basically where it eventually leads you to. Admission requirements, it is crucial and very important for you to check the admission requirements before you start an application. Okay, so you have grade 12 advanced functions and grade 12 English. So along with your transcripts, you are free to apply based on your predicted grades or also on your previous year grades. We accept all curriculums, so it could be IB, it could be A levels, IGCSE, whatever, CBSE, whatever curriculum you are coming from, we will always convert it onto our Ontario standards, and then we will give you a conditional offer. So make sure you all have the prerequisite subjects that are mentioned here. Also, one thing to mention is you can always choose a major. For example, if you have computer science as a major, your minor can be chosen from any other faculty. So this could be faculty of business or even arts. You are free to choose. Coming to co-op, like I mentioned, we have 3 semesters of co-op, and 100% of our programs have the experiential learning. So it is important for you to tick yes for co-op. And if not co-op, then you have the option of being a research assistant. You can also assist a supervisor. So you have plenty of options on campus. Like I mentioned, under each and every course, you will have the sample courses, specialization options, and career tracks. Moving on, we also have multiple engineering options, because I know a lot of students these days rather are inclined towards engineering. These are the various options that we have. And then under mechanical, we have various specializations also. So that would be the general option or the environmental option. You have materials as another option, or aerospace. So please check the admission requirements for all applicants before you make any application. Again, for undergraduate programs, we have 3 different intakes, and all of these programs are available right from fall, which is the main intake, and right up till May. So you will have 3 different intakes, and you can apply depending on what you're comfortable for. Of course, September is your main intake, so make sure you apply for that. If you want to find out the fees for a particular semester or the year, we have a tuition fee estimator, which gives you an approximate figure of what is to be expected. So you can always come here, feed in all the information that you have, depending on the program that you have chosen. So in case if you are at an undergraduate level and you're looking at a computer science, yours will be a full load. So make sure you select that. That will be a full-time program, and you will be applying as an international student. So again, that will be as international. If you want to skip the resident information, like it says here, it's optional. You can totally skip that as well, and you can just hit search. So it should show up, and then you can eventually download it as a PDF for your easy reference. And co-op in most terms, in most cases, will be included. I'm having some glitch in the system right now, which is why it's not showing up, but you always have this website as a reference point. Okay, here it is. So this is a per term fee. You just need to multiply into 2, and you will have the first year fee shown up for you. All right. So lots of options for you to pick and choose from. Windsor, like I mentioned, we are a public university, and in scholarships, we have been offering over $11 million in scholarships. So mainly scholarships are merit basis. So it is highly important for you to maintain your grades or aim higher. So again, it starts anywhere from 85% and goes up right up to 100%. And again, under this, you have either 1,000, you have 10,000, which is over 4 years. So that would be around 2,500 each year. And if your grades range anywhere from 95 to 100%, you are eligible for a 16,000 scholarship. So again, apart from that, we have a UWin site where you have an awards profile where you will receive a lot of scholarships where you have to fill out a form. It's a little about yourself, why you think you deserve the scholarship and how you will add to the program and how it's going to change your life. So definitely you just need to address and answer those questions truthfully. And if you make it, then it's a fantastic scholarship that awaits you. So I guess I've pretty much covered that. There's of course a lot for you all to, like ma'am said earlier, that you all aren't in person, but we would love to meet you all one day and answer whatever questions you have for now.
So now we're ready for Q&A.
I'm just sharing my screen.
Yeah. Stop sharing your screen. Great, thank you. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put down in the chat box my link like you have done. So www.uwaterloo.ca/future students. Everything I was covering, everything you wanted to see is right there. On my email also. Perfect.
Please feel free to unmute yourself and ask us any questions that you may have, and we'll be more than happy to address those as well.
20 minutes, so we can do that.
University of Windsor is any medicine program. Medicine in Canada is a master's degree. So
Two-step program.
Yeah.
Undergraduate first, then you have to become
My name is Raj, and basically I wrote this question about the medicine. So there is no direct program for
No.
medicine.
Let me finish. Let me just finish the thing. It's a 13-year program, very competitive. So medicine to international students will take 13 to 14 years. You have to start by doing undergraduate after your A levels, and you will do the health sciences or life sciences, etc. Thank you. Next.
So sorry, the health sciences and life sciences undergraduate, how many years?
4 years. 4 years, 2 years to become a Canadian and do the MCAT, then 4 more years to do the medical school, then residency for 6 years, depending on what you are working on.
Okay, great. Thanks.
You. For transfers, Rina, the transfers will depend on what you want the transfers for. For example, I would not recommend, rest of the people, can you turn your phones off? Just the one who is speaking to us. You will, for example, transfer in engineering not possible because it's a co-op program, and CS is not possible. So if you can let me know what you're asking for, I can assist you.
One more question for the medicine. What grades are you looking? Because my son got A stars, 4 A stars in all chemistry, bio, and maths, physics.
Yes, sir.
The requirement for undergraduate for
Excuse
health
me,
science.
sir, it doesn't matter whether he has straight A stars or whether he has A's. He has to go to an undergraduate degree. So he will start at University of Waterloo in any of the program, health sciences, or he can do combination of health sciences and life sciences. Same thing as Windsor. And then he has to get good grades in the last 2 years of his university. My son is a doctor and he's just finishing a portion of his studies. They will continue to study. 14 years are gone nowhere.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. And expecting yearly fee, any expecting fee?
Well, it's going to be an undergraduate fee for the first year. So Windsor's undergraduate fee is
36,000.
36,000. My undergraduate fee for health sciences is 51,000. I have co-op, she doesn't.
Okay, okay, great. Thank you very much.
Okay. Anyone else with any questions? Accounting and finance. What do you want to know? I was wondering what would be the requirement process for transfer. Or for accounting and finance, you just have to make an application as a transfer student, and then your courses will be evaluated and the university will decide what can be transferred. What about you?
Exactly. It's the same, Reena. You will need to send us. Firstly, you'll have to apply as a transfer student from your current university. We will need your transcripts with the exact credits. Then once your application comes through, the admissions team will see for each credit and then transfer which can be transferred, and then accordingly make a decision as to which year that you can enter into. Simran Khan, you have a English fluency
Yeah.
test requirement.
If you are studying at, for me, I'm going to give for Waterloo, CBSE, IB, A levels, American system, I don't require any English proficiency test. If you require it, if we deem it that you've been studying in a local system, etc., 6.5, speaking and writing 6.5. And you, Nima?
And for Windsor, it is 6.5 for all undergraduate programs with no band less than 6. And for masters, each program has a different requirement. So it's best to check the website.
It is lovely to meet all of you. Thank you so much for having us here. If you have any other questions, write to us. We have put our emails in there. We have also shown you our rankings. We've done all of those things. And your best thing would be to go to the Intelligent Partners. Sumati is an Intelligent Partner.
Yes.
So Sumati, do you want to say something to the group, please?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here and clearing all the queries of our students and parents. And yeah, hope all your queries has been cleared. And still, if you have any particular query in person or in specific or for anything, please do be in touch with us and drop your queries to us. And we are already dropping our email address and contact number for the same, so you can always be in touch with us for any further sessions and all. And we are also expecting a lot of other like Waterloo and Windsor and other good Canadian university sessions in upcoming days prior to other intakes. Thank you so much for everybody having us.
I also want to mention that there are 2+2 programs at the university. Please come to Intelligent Partners. They will give you college plus university programs. Lovely to meet you and thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for being a lovely audience, and we hope to see you all soon in Canada. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.